Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, Addison, whatever time you're listening, and thank you for joining us for our ASD Chat for All podcast. We have lots of fun and exciting things on the horizon for Addison School District 4, and this podcast allows us the opportunity to connect with our parents and guardians, families, and community to celebrate our students, their accomplishments, and so much more. Your hosts for this podcast are ASD4 Superintendent Dr. Nick Sutton and myself, Dean Constantopoulos. You interested in hearing more about what's going on in District 4? Come on in and have a chat. Good morning, everyone, and thank you for joining us again for another episode of our ASD Chat for All podcast. My name is Dean Constantopoulos. I'll be one of your hosts, and I'm here with my co-host, Dr. Nick Sutton. Nick, how are we doing today?
I'm well. I've got a full cup of coffee. We got a bubbly, excited guest.
That's right.
It's going to be a good episode.
It's going to be great. And you know what? We've had such fantastic guests on lately.
Well said.
And what I love about all of our guests is that they have all had this like air of excitement about them.
Yep, you can feel it.
And it's just if I'm getting this excited, I can't imagine what our families are going to feel when they hear all of our great guests. So, without further ado, hopping right into it, I would like to introduce Rachel Anderson. How are you doing today?
I'm doing well. Thank you very much for having me.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for being here. And you know what? Going to hop in. I'm going to use this joke again, but we're going to start with a very difficult question.
All right.
How was your summer?
Phenomenal.
Okay, that's a good answer.
Awesome.
It was an incredible summer. Really nice. Our principal, Christina Villalobos, did a duck bingo, so my little rubber duck went on many adventures this summer.
Tell us, what is that for anybody who doesn't know?
Yeah, that needs more details.
Well, you've probably seen it all over Twitter, but Mrs. Villalobos set up a duck on out of here and have a good summer bingo. And there are many different challenges for us to take our ducks on. For example, reading your favorite book, drinking your favorite summer drink, at the beach, kayaking, canoeing, boating, different things like that. So it was a way for us to kind of bond as a staff and to kind of show the community what we're doing during the summer.
And your duck was well-traveled then?
He was well-traveled.
Okay.
My duck went to Florida. My duck went to Massachusetts. My duck went on a lot of adventures.
And whether duck or educator, it's important. You got to get away to kind of come back at a good place for the start of the school year. So you seem like you're in a good place for the start of the school year.
Yeah, I'm very excited about this school year. I think it's going to be a phenomenal year. We have a lot of fun, exciting things coming to Addison, and I'm excited to be here to be a part of all that.
She's correct.
Awesome.
It's going to be a great year.
It is. It really is. So now I know that we know who you are. But for people that are listening, tell us a little bit about your role here at ASD4. What is it that you do? What is it about your role here at ASD4 that is so special?
So I am a fourth grade gen ed teacher at Stone School. I'm well-traveled in Addison School District 4. My time in Addison actually began while I was in college. I went to North Central College, and in collaboration with Dr. Maureen Kincaid, Kate Pareda, and Kim Heipel, who are all current Addison teachers, Kim and Kate are, they did an internship with college students at Lincoln School. So I taught summer school for 2 years while I was getting my degree.
It was meant to be.
It was, and then I student taught with the fabulous Kate Pareda at Stone School in the fall of 2015. Yeah. And then I spent 3 years at Lincoln. I taught fourth grade. I did the two-teacher model for dual language, the English portion.
Great.
I took a voluntary transfer to Wesley and spent 2 years there teaching gen ed fourth grade. And then last year, actually 1 year ago today, I took a voluntary transfer to Stone.
Awesome.
Stone is where it all started. Student taught there. Kelly Braken's my teammate. She's an incredible person. And I'm happy to be at Stone again this year.
Very cool.
Awesome.
Okay, let me ask you this. You've taught some different grade levels, you've been to different buildings, you've had different experiences. There's parents out there that are going to be listening to this episode, and the one thing that every parent has in common is they want their kid to do well at school. So what is some just real general advice that you would give? Like, what would you say, okay, do this, like really focus on this to be the best resource that your kid is successful at school this year?
I think spending time with your kid, engaging with your kids, asking, how was school today? What'd you do? What'd you learn? Be part of that. Be part of the school any chance you can. I know when Mr. Medina was on the podcast, we're lucky to have him as part of our board for the PTA at Stone School. Get involved with your PTAs. Get involved with community events that are going on. I'm sure a lot of buildings will be doing different fundraisers. I know at Stone we're doing a Culver's night already. We've got an urban air set up. Lots of fun things. Get involved outside of just the classroom routine as well. Get involved in the activities, get to know the teachers, get to know other families, and be supportive of your children in every way you can.
I love that, and you know,
good answer.
Really good answer, and just to kind of piggyback off of that, if you have advice for the students themselves,
I like this.
So let's just say
lots of different ways she could take this.
Yeah, we've got students coming in, maybe some students for the first time to Stone School. What is something that you could say that would kind of help them to not be so nervous, or to help them realize that Stone is going to be a great place for them to be?
No matter what building you're in, whether it's Stone or anywhere, your teachers, the staff in the buildings are there to love and support you. They're there to care for you. They're there to help you navigate things. So don't be afraid to work hard, and don't be afraid to ask questions. We're all learning. I mean, I've been in 3 different buildings in the district. It's hard when you go to a new school. And it's hard even when you're just starting a new grade level in the same school you've been in. Try your best and go into it with an open mind.
Thank you. I love
it. That's good. That's good. So if somebody out there wants to reach out to you, and regardless if you're going to be their kid's teacher and they just go, tell me more about PTA, or I've got a question, or even just, I don't know where to start, what's the easiest way to reach out to you?
2 different ways. I'm on Twitter a lot. You'll see many pictures on there. It is Miss Anderson 4th, like 4th. Or else you can send me an email, randerson@asd4.org.
Great.
Love it. Well, Dean, if anybody wants to talk about beginning of the school year, Stone, elementary, or anything else in between, what's the easiest way to touch base with you?
Touch base with me? Actually, it's going to be Twitter as well. That's at AddisonSD4. Now, Nick, if somebody wanted to reach out to you, if they got questions about the podcast or about the district or about things that are going on that they're hearing about, how can they reach out to you?
Or to also know if school's ever canceled really quickly.
Ooh, that's right.
Yeah, I tell people, follow me on Twitter if you want to know. I usually tweet it out first. But for anything Addison, at Twitter is a great way to catch me, at Dr. Nick Sutton as well.
Awesome. Well, Rachel, thank you so much for taking the time to come on and join us. I know.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate it very much.
Yeah, I can't wait for people to hear this episode. I can't wait for people to actually get to hear some of our teachers and learn how excited we are for them to start. And for everybody listening, stay tuned for next time. Thank you for tuning in to our ASD Chat for All podcast. Check us out at www.asd4.org, Spotify, or wherever you listen to podcasts for more. We'll be back soon with another episode, so stay tuned.